Hey, show on 2020 Vision, co-creating breakthroughs and dreams, crushing fear and distortion, and it is like last we left Mike Krupin. He was like breaking out in hives in Beverly Hills, like leaving, heading to Los Angeles, and now he's in Paramus, New Jersey. Mr. Mike Krupin, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Okay, and all kidding aside, we have Big Sugar, Little Sugar, we have Thomas Flatico, we have Fernando, the future of rewriting humanity, all kinds of craziness happening here. And as we sit, I want to share this with all my heart, Mike. This is a content video for today. Content-wise, Mike Krupin has one of the most inspirational life stories I have ever heard. Man grew up in the mountains of Virginia. This is America, right? And we joked in the last video, but we're serious. Like, Mike Krupin loves America. Do you not, sir?
I love America.
America loves Mike Krupin.
America loves Mike Krupin, right? And so Mike grew up, but like think about this, we think we don't have the opportunities and the possibilities. Mike grew up in the mountains of Virginia. Mike grew up without hot water and a shower, right? And Mike, we do talk about this in the podcast, right? But Mike went from that spot to hitchhiking to his interview to go to prep school, 180 miles, knowing nobody, no GPSs, no cell phones. Hitchhikes 180 miles, and God bless our military and our country. Navy SEAL picked you up.
Yep.
Right? Navy SEAL picked him up. He goes to this incredible prep school, St. Christopher's.
Yep.
St. Christopher's Prep School, becomes a star athlete there, meets some amazing, unbelievable people and friends, and goes from a not great public high school in Virginia to graduate number 3 in his class at St. Christopher's. And it was his essay, which wasn't maybe the most artful and incredible because he hadn't learned to do his thing yet, right? But Mike talked about the fact that, what'd you say, Mike? What was the last sentence of that beautiful, amazing essay?
What got me accepted, the essay, first of all, they said it was the worst written composition they've ever read. But what got you accepted was the last sentence of your football essay. And the last sentence was, I know one thing about life. If you're on the ground, you're no good to anybody.
Boom. Drop the mic. And Mike was, sharing a little bit ago, and I felt like Mike, I want to share this. I had like emotions filling me, and he was talking about life and how we come to like decision moments and forks in the road, and Mike and St. Christopher's and the decision they made. But what I'm going to stand for today in this conversation is that Mike's made 1,000 decisions since then, tens of thousands of decisions probably since then, that have shaped the incredible life that he has and all the people he's touched. And I've been walking around the streets of Beverly Hills, and I've met folks that could barely speak English that knew Mike Krupin. And it was block and a half away from his office, and I've never seen anything like it. So what Mike stands for not only is an inspiration, but I also think an example of possibility for how we can be in this world of meeting people and loving and caring about people, and how the world will love and care about us. Right. And so Mike, in addition to so many things, you represent that, and we're doing some beautiful things together, and I am honored and privileged, right, to call you my friend.
Honored and privileged too.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Rob, brother, we're making stuff happen here, and
Unbelievable.
I'm so proud of you and everything that you're up to, and I'm so thankful for Mike and how he sees all of this coming together, and I'm really appreciative.
Dude, so am I to you, brother, for real.
Yeah.
You are the glue, no doubt about it. That's why I call you Source all the time.
No, well, thank you.
He's the one that puts it all together.
We need the glue.
Yes, we do.
And Fernando, what's present for you?
What's present for me is it's incredible. Like one thing watching the videos, and then it's another thing to see like him, Mike Krupin, just walking in, nonchalant, super cool, humble. After everything that I've heard, just a human being, real. Love that last sentence you just said. For some reason, it was like a sucker punch to the chest.
Right.
And I'm gonna sit, I integrate things. So I'm gonna think about that now. But thank you for writing that. Thank you for sharing it. And it's incredible to see the reality of ecosystem mergers. It's one thing to like learn it. It's another thing to do it, and then it's another thing to really be in at the table.
I agree with Fernando. Mike Krupin is cooler than the other side of the pillow. No doubt about it. No question about it.
Yeah. And I think Nicole, right? Because you were there in building all this and out in the streets and running around like maniacs, all these different events. And at the event we met Mike. Nicole had one problem though. She didn't meet Mike Krupin at our first meeting. And why was that, Nicole?
I don't know. Why was it?
I don't know. We were sitting after Mike had a little event and Tony Robbins was there. We went upstairs and we were sitting at the bar.
Oh, this is true. Unfortunately, I had a large drink and an even larger coconut that was too big to carry, and I was
I
embarrassed
remember this.
to bring it over to the table.
The thing was bigger than like a hippo's head.
And
right?
it had my name on it for sure.
And so now, since we have, our chief accountability officer and my dear friend Tom Filatico, I just have a question. This is in service of Tony and the Platinum ecosystem. Tom, now you get concerned about making sure that we're investing money correctly. Do you think investing in Tony Robbins Platinum Partnership has been a good idea?
No doubt. I mean, not even unquestionable, a great investment, no doubt.
Yeah. So,
And if I can, real quick, just
Please,
with
go.
regard to
Yeah.
Mike, I've heard about Mike when you came back from Beverly Hills, and I'm just blown away by how the humility, how charismatic. You're just a great, down-to-earth person, and you're just a
Thank
joy to deal with. And I really enjoyed
Thank you.
getting to know you and speak with you today. Just
We're going to have so much fun.
we certainly are.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I gave you my business card.
Yes.
and Tom's getting life insurance. Tom's getting life insurance.
We just told the first one.
And
Thank God.
And so,
He wasn't listening to me,
unbelievable. Unbelievable. So hey, so takeaways for today are the power of what's possible, and this man stands for that power of what's possible. And it's rooted in the love of people, but also for how often we can make one more decision and one different thing and make things happen. Ecosystem mergers are real. Like, this is just one example. It's happened all over the place. And Fernando's right. Like, I am so blessed and privileged to live the life that I live, having these amazing people a part of it. Thank you.
Welcome.
And listen, have an amazing day. We're all just learning to see, and happy Thankful Thursday.
And do you have life insurance?